help is on the way for the nearly 80,000 Utah families who rely on SNAP to feed their families. With the government still shut down, the Trump administration says it will provide partial benefits for November.
However, eligible households will only receive 50% of those benefits. There may also be some delays in dispersing that money.
Yeah, we do have team coverage for you tonight on how the government shutdown is impacting Utah families. Samantha Hoffman shows us how demand is surging at food pantries in southern Utah.
Liv Kelleher is up first, though. And Liv, how are SNAP recipients navigating what some would call political whiplash at this point?
Well, the director at Crossroads Urban Center here in Salt Lake City told me that today was one of their busiest days on record, with lines stretching down the block earlier today. Relief should be coming soon, but when and how much is still unclear. I spoke with Utah Congressman Mike Kennedy about this back and forth and how food has become a bargaining chip in this ongoing shutdown.
I've talked to a lot of SNAP recipients who feel like food is being used as a weapon in this shutdown. What's your response to people here in Utah who feel like they're caught in the middle?
It's shameful that these Senate Democrats, with Chuck Schumer leading them, would feel like it's appropriate to withhold food from people as a leverage point for a policy debate. And I'll just leave it at that.
After 25 states sued the Trump administration for initially withholding SNAP funds for November, federal judges in both Rhode Island and Massachusetts ruled that that was unlawful. Now the federal government will tap into a USDA contingency fund that has about half of what it takes to cover SNAP for the month.
Does that money get us any closer to a long-term solution, or is it just a temporary stopgap?
If I'm in the doctor's office and I've got a gaping wound and I need to put stitches in as a real fix to this, it seems like that money would be just a few bandages trying to kind of hold it together while we get some things organized and then put the stitches in. So I don't think it's a healthy approach.
The Department of Workforce Services told me they don't have any additional guidance on November benefits. In the meantime, low-income Utahns continue to face uncertainty, with crowded food banks only adding to the stress.
I was very overwhelmed, especially with anxiety. I went in there and I'm heated up. I can't do it. I'm just scared. It's too packed.
Meanwhile, Congress on both sides of the aisle remain at odds and out of session.
No, I haven't talked to any Democrats because there's nothing for me to talk with them about. I'm visiting with my constituents while I'm in the district. Nobody's reached out to me. I've not reached out to anybody specific.
Senate Democrats say they are not voting for the continued resolution because it does not extend Affordable Care Act subsidies. They say without these subsidies, healthcare costs could more than double. I asked Representative Kennedy about this point of contention. He said that these types of policy discussions should happen in regular order, and he feels like Democrats are trying to force a policy debate. This as open enrollment began 2 days ago. Reporting live in Salt Lake City, Liv Kelleher, KUTV 2 News.